Hey, in this video, I'm going to show you top 10 most visited places in Europe. World citizens are now traveling more than ever. The latest data published by the United Nations World Tourism Organization, UNWTO, show that international tourist arrivals grew 6% in 2020, totaling 1.4 billion, which was forecasted to be reached only in 2022. In Europe alone were registered 710 million international tourist arrivals, or about half of the total number. Southern and Mediterranean Europe drove the growth. However, the Western and Central European countries remain not only the most visited in Europe, but also the top tourism destinations in the world. Following, find the top 10 most visited countries in Europe and the reasons why these countries are a magnet for tourists. Before we start the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for upcoming updates. Let's start the video. Number 10. France. The world's most visited country, France, is not all about the Eiffel Tower, museums, and wine. For more than a decade now, the country has lured the highest number of visitors, more than any other European or world country. The reasons for that are not a few. The country has such a variety of tourist attractions that a year would not be enough to see and experience everything that it has to offer. France is well known for its numerous splendid and enormous palaces, castles, and cathedrals all across the country. The Palace of Versailles, the Castle of Chambray, and the Notre Dame Cathedral are some of the most famous. Medieval villages like the Perouges, Stagnilian, Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, coastal villages, snowy mountains, beautiful beaches, and enormous outdoor markets have made every traveler place France on their must-see list. Over 89 million visitors alone visited the country in 2018, and the numbers are believed to be much higher in 2019. France seems to be the top world destination since 1995, when the country received over 60 million visitors. Number 9. Spain. Mostly located on the Iberian Peninsula, Spain is the second most visited country in Europe. Around 82.7 million travelers stepped into Spain in 2018 alone, 1 million more than in the previous year. Spain has 47 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, numerous beaches on the Atlantic and Mediterranean, and numerous festivals that bring together people from all across the world. Many have compared the coastal part of Spain with tropical islands. The variety of foods, in particular the tortilla esplanade, pisto, pella, and other traditional foods, have added the value of a trip to Spain. Its football teams are among the most famous in the world. It is estimated that the Copa del Rey Championship attracts thousands of visitors yearly. Number 8. Italy. Home to some of the most famous buildings in the world, like the Colosseum and the Leaning Tower of Pisa, Italy is the third most visited country in the old continent of Europe. Several 52.4 million visitors entered the country in 2016, 58.3 million in 2017, and 62.1 million in 20,218. Home to numerous castles, palaces, cathedrals, vineyards, and beaches, the country is also known for its influential art, architecture, and culture. The Vatican museums, located in the heart of Rome, are another attraction for many. Rome itself is the third most visited city in Europe, after Paris and London. Florence, Venice, Milan, and Naples are among the most visited cities in Italy. Number 7. Turkey. Istanbul is probably the dream of every traveler. The meeting point of the Occidental and Oriental cultures, Istanbul was established in 660 BCE and was known as Constantinople before the Ottomans conquered the city. No traveler to Turkey will skip Istanbul. The city has a unique mixture of Byzantine and Ottoman architecture, tasty Middle Eastern food, nice weather, and lots of friendly cats and dogs freely wandering across the city. Turkey received 45.7 million in 2018, while in 2017 it counted a total of 37.6 million tourists. Travelers interested in history in particular visit the ancient Greek city of Ephesus, the Cappadocia rock valleys, the pure white travertine terraces of Pamukkale, the ruins of the former Armenian capital Ani, and much more. A huge share of the total number of annual tourists traveling to Turkey goes there to spend their vacations in one of the numerous luxury hotels which you can find in most of the bigger cities. Number 6. Germany. One of the strongest economies in the world has a very strong tourism industry as well. A good share of the German budget comes from tourism. Visitors hardly travel across Europe without stopping in Germany. In 2018, Germany had 38.8 million tourists, while in 2017, 37.5 million visitors entered the country. It shares borders with Denmark to the north, Poland and the Czech Republic to the east, Austria and Switzerland to the south, France to the southwest, and Luxembourg, Belgium, and the Netherlands to the west. Travelers to any of these countries can easily access Germany by train or plane. Germany has a lot to offer to curious travelers. The Cologne Cathedral, Reichstag Building, Neuschwanstein Castle, Heidelberg Castle, Aachen Cathedral, and Leipzig Zoological Garden are some of the buildings that attract the most visitors. If you travel to Germany at the right time, you may experience events like Oktoberfest, the Cologne Carnival, the Berlinale Film Festival, or Unity Day. Number 5. United Kingdom. The modern-era Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland consists of 4 constituent countries: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The country has played a very important role throughout the history of Europe and the world. Castles, palaces, churches, and other buildings constructed in different periods of history stand still and attract millions of visitors annually. Among the most visited are Stonehenge, the Roman Baths, and Georgian city of Bath, Canterbury Cathedral, the Cotswolds, Warwick Castle, and Stirling Castle. 37.7 million travelers entered the country in 2017, 1.9 million more than the previous year and 600,000 less than in 2018. The number of tourists is in particular high during bank holidays and the summer months. Number 4. Austria. 30.8 million travelers visited Austria in 2018. Whether you are passionate about art or nature, Austria can offer you both. With its stunning castles, most of which were created during the Habsburg reign, the Baroque castles and gardens, ruins, and monuments dating back to the Middle Ages, a few days or even weeks will not be enough to sneak a peek of the famous Austrian buildings. The Austrian Alps are well known as a winter sports attraction. Innsbruck is a must-visit for all those passionate about skiing or who want to get away from the busy city life. Number 3. Greece. The cradle of Western civilization, the Hellenic Republic of Greece hosts millions of visitors every year. It has been a tourist attraction since antiquity. 27.2 million people visited the country in 2017, after 24.8 million visitors in the previous year. In 2018, the number increased to 30.1 million tourists. Among the most famous spots for visitors are the Acropolis, the monasteries of Meteora, the mystical Delphi ruins, the Temple of Hephaestus, and many more. The capital of Athens, Thessaloniki, Corfu, Santorini, and Crete are among the most visited cities and islands. There are more than 200 Greek islands that you can visit, each more beautiful than the other. Food in Greece is a unique experience in itself. It is a mixture of traditional Greek food influenced by Turkish and Italian cuisine. Greeks are especially known for their seafood and cheese. Number 2. Russia. The biggest country in the world is the 9th most visited on the European continent. 24.5 million travelers visited Russia in 2018. There is a lot to explore and see in Russia. The St. Basil's Cathedral looks as if it has gotten straight out of a fairy tale. The Hermitage Museum and Kremlin also look like fairy tales. Buildings from Imperial Russia, such as the Bolshoi Theater, the Kazan Cathedral, and the Singer House are stunning as well. There are a lot of natural wonders, such as Lake Baikal, Kiji Island, the Valley of Geysers, and Mount Elbrus. Russian ski resorts are in particular famous among Europeans. Number 1. Portugal. 22.8 million people visited Portugal in 2018, mostly interested in seeing the capital Lisbona, the city of Porto, Odmira, Faro, and the city of Sintra. There is a lot to do in Portugal, from visiting old castles and palaces to surfing at the sea. The old village of Sortella, the Pena Palace, the Castle of the Moors, the historic fishing town of Cascais, and the waterfalls of the Azores are among the things you must see if you are traveling to Portugal. Portugal has a coastline of 1,794 kilometers and shares its borders only with Spain. It has stunning beaches, crowded ones, and others hidden. It is also known for giving to world-famous football players, who won the UEFA European Championship in 2016. That's all for today. Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for upcoming amazing and informative videos.